Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale, Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Let's go.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. I'm Rob Sanders sitting in Columbia, South Carolina, not Missouri. Although Missouri coach said some stupid shit today. We may talk about that in a moment. My friend is in the Big L. He is the
Big L
YouTuber on the planet, but he is up in the Big L. He's got his name tonight as DJ Slapdick Ukulele.
He's some slapdick from East Aboga,
Right.
community college.
I'm going to get Jackpot an East Aboga Community College sweatshirt.
I want one, for when it gets cold. I need to cover up my slap dick. So I guess I would need a pair of East Pagoda Community College sweatpants for that.
Do they make one big enough to cover that?
They do. There's enough fabric out there somewhere.
Yeah.
All would be interested in it.
Yeah, all would be interested in it. All right. Anyway, got a great show planned this evening. I sent Jackpot something earlier. Actually, I sent him two things. The first thing I sent him was about what the Mizzou head coach said about Tennessee. We may play that in a little bit. But the other thing that I sent him was, for some reason, I cannot find ESPN's FPI projections for just South Carolina's games. All right. But I did find Massey's, their projections from the On3 site. I thought we'd go over those this evening. I sent that to Jackpot, and he just wrote back, that is dumb. So
I mean, I have my opinion on that.
Yeah, so we'll get the opinion of Jackpot on that in a moment. And we'll take calls this evening as Jackpot's over there playing with his fiddlestick. What the hell are you doing?
I'm playing with my stick. I don't like what I've got my device in right now. And things are fixing to get a little bit weird.
A little bit weird? Okay. There you go. All right, are you more happy now, Jackpot?
I am.
All right. Well, let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill. By this time tomorrow, I will have up on the website, robandkaleshow.com, the Callaway's College Football Pick'em Challenge, where you can take $20 of your money and possibly win $2,000 or maybe more. It's going to be a big deal. Basically, we pick 10 games a week against the spread. One of those games is also the Kale Hall Special, which is a pile of shit game. But those games against the spread, and we find out who is the absolute best as far as picking games. I have comped Peg and Meg in his spot because he knows jack shit about the game of Hut Hut, and we're going to watch him finish in the lower third. That's what's going to happen. Now, Jackpot and I will finish in the top 10. That's just the way that it is. Now, someone like Christian Young, who won last season, the guy was just on fire. He shot like 70% on the season. So we got some people that are pretty smart. But the Pick'em Challenge is coming up, sponsored by Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia. Highway 1, diagonal from the Walmart. And you can go there. You Georgia fans, you should go there when you come down for the game, because I'm sure there's going to be quite a few Georgia fans coming down in week 3 to go down to the Concrete Palace down there at Williams-Brice Stadium to watch South Carolina and Georgia. Go and watch the game at Callaway's, or go the night before and have some dinner, whatever it is you want to do. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. All right, Jackpot, we also have a story time from the fine folks at DNC Trucking and Transport, as Uncle Jackpot will nuzzle a little kid's forehead a little bit and tell us the story. Jackpot, read away.
Sucks to be a Gamecock. It's been 965 days, and my team has scored 3 points against Clemson. The most that we can hope for at this point is to be in the toilet bowl against East Carolina if we win enough games. As always, it sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. All facts there. All right, Jackpot, do you want to do what the Mizzou coach said first, or do you want to do the stuff with the projections? Which one do you want to do first? We'll let you.
Tell me about Eli.
All right, so I'm gonna play this for you really quick here. Hold on. Eli Drinkowitz was on the Jim Rome show, and Jim Rome is hilarious at some points, but let's see here. Let's get you the exact clip. All right, so I'm gonna play you this clip from Eli Drinkowitz, and we'll go from there. Here we go.
Hold up on what my record is because I thought you were going to introduce my record, but with the latest allegations against Tennessee, let's hold up on what my record is because I expected to vacate some wins, and that's going to help my record a little bit.
Oh, man,
okay?
this is getting better. This is getting so much better. Can I ask you, I wasn't necessarily going to go there, but you would be the beneficiary of that. Since you brought it up, can I get your reaction to the latest allegations against Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I got to question my wife's commitment to winning. You know, I mean, I don't know how much she's committed if she's not engaging in some of these things. I didn't know that was fair play. So, we got to, it was a little bit surprising to see the in-depth nature of what was going on there. But I am sure glad that Tennessee was taking some ownership of it, and we'll see what the results are. But it's pretty interesting for sure.
My man, if I were you, I'd walk off right now, and then you can go down as the best guest ever. Eli, one more thought about that. It's one thing to say that I didn't know that my wife could get involved and help me cheat. Well, that's not what you said, but I'll say that. Even better that she did she not used to have some sort of compliance responsibility where she had been previously as well? One thing to have the wife involved, but what if she was involved also in compliance and making sure that they follow the rules, allegedly? How much better does that make it?
I mean, it's pressure. Pressure does crazy things to people, and there's a lot of pressure to win in the SEC. So I don't know. That's crazy.
So there's Eli Drinkowitz. Now, to be fair, Tennessee beat Mizzou last year at Mizzou by 38 points. So we have to put that in the mix there. But he does make a valid point. What's that, Jackpot?
If I can say something, I'm not trying to offend any of the Tennessee people over in the chat at all when I say this, but I don't. It's like nobody fucking takes them seriously. I mean, yes, they slap Missouri around, but I mean, all right, if Georgia slapped them around like that, I mean, last year, which I kind of did. I mean, and they did something stupid. You think they'd get on there talking that kind of shit? I don't. I really do. It's like, it's just like, I don't know. It's like the pimply-faced kid land some hot chick or something. It's like a kind of a fluky thing, and everybody knows it's not going to continue or it's not going to happen. Very often, that's what excuse me, how I feel with these Tennessee runs. Right? Nobody takes it seriously, I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, you're trying to say that his mouth is overriding his ass, basically. I think that's kind of where you're going with that, because in all fairness, Tennessee, the quote was Tennessee, he dunked on Tennessee. He hasn't even been close against Tennessee. He should probably shut the hell up with all that. But he does have a valid point in that if the Vols have to vacate those wins, he gets those back. So if you're going to be petty, you might as well be Captain Petty. And that's kind of what he's being there. So there you go with that.
So
what's that, Jackpot? Go ahead.
I mean, he hadn't been close against Tennessee.
They lost by 38 last year.
I know, but I mean, he's been there. He's been at Missouri.
Really,
he's been there more than last year.
2 seasons, right?
He's been there 2 seasons. So I'm going to see what What did you lose by the year before? Well, the year before it was 35-12. So yeah.
So yeah, so 28 last year. What 62-24? So 38 last year.
How the fuck
And
did we lose to
23
them? That's what I want to fucking know.
I don't
They're
know.
shitty,
I don't know.
man.
I mean, well, that's the thing. That's one of those games that the Gamecocks, you have to get to a point where if you're going to be the team that's going to challenge and get up there and make Georgia sweat a little bit. I'm not saying get up there and compete with Georgia every damn year, but make Georgia sweat a little bit. You're going to have to win those games against Mizzou, keep beating Vanderbilt, and then you got to figure out how to beat Kentucky because you've lost 6 out of the last 7 to them. And I'm
Yes, we
just
know.
saying in the realm of pro or schools that care about football, I think that South Carolina cares more about football than Kentucky does. And you should be a better program than they are. Now at Mizzou,
I mean, it's just been a few years ago, 2017 and 18, back to back seasons. Mizzou beat Tennessee 50-17, 2 years in a row. I mean,
right, but Drinkowitz wasn't there. That's the whole thing.
I know, yeah, that was Barry Odom.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, but South Carolina's got to remedy those things. But anyway, let's get into these these are from Massey, their projections for South Carolina, because I was looking for the percentages for ESPN's FPI and I can't find them. So I'm going to give you what they say here about each game by game for South Carolina, and Jackpot, you can just react as I send them to you. How's that sound? All right.
Right.
All right. Georgia State, 74% chance to win. They project the score to be 31-21. I think that's
okay. I agree. I don't believe the score is going to be that close, but
74% chance of winning. Okay.
I should be higher than that too. They're not fucking. Anyway, next one.
You should be higher than that. All right. Well,
yeah.
We can move on. That's fine. At Arkansas, they give you a 34% chance to win. They project the score to be the Hogs 28, South Carolina 21.
See, I think that, I think South Carolina gets stumped a little bit there.
So let's see, Jackpot's being fair. He thinks they're going to get popped a little bit more playing on the road at Arkansas. That's way to take down those garnet glasses, sir. I'm proud of you.
I mean, I think that I could see that being like 41-20 or something.
Okay, fair enough. The next matchup, 23% chance to beat Georgia at home. They project the score to be 31-20. Bulldogs.
That's about right. Yeah, 31-17, 14, 31-14. I mean, I think Georgia's defense is still going to be decent. Right. I mean, it's going to be, but this is only their second game too. This is their third game. Excuse me. 31-14, 31-17, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right there with them, 31-20. So at that point, you've got South Carolina at 1-2. Charlotte's an 87% chance to win. 36-17 is the final score. I think that's about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they give up 17.
Maybe garbage time. South Carolina State is the game after that. That, by the way, that moves the Gamecocks to 2-2. They're 100% chance to beat South Carolina State. That moves them at 3-2.
You never say 100%.
South Carolina State's not going to be that good. All right, then you go on the road to Kentucky, and they've got you at a 37% chance to win that game. So with that, you're at 3-2. But going into Kentucky, they've got Kentucky winning 28-23. Your thoughts on that?
I like to flip that. South Carolina wins that game this year. Screenshot it, write it down, take a picture. I don't give a fuck. We're winning that one. I just put out a video too about the same very subject. I meant for it to upload sooner. We should beat them. I mean, they don't have it. They don't have no wide receivers. Running game, who knows? I mean, is Drunk Boy going to be playing, or is he still going to be riding the pine? The aluminum, I should say. I mean, it's a valid question.
Would you feel more comfortable picking South Carolina to win if it were at home?
I would definitely guarantee you one if it was at home.
Yeah.
But South Carolina's got to win it. They got to get that Lexington bullshit. This is Shane Beamer's first trip to Kentucky, so
yeah,
they need to right that ship a little bit.
So the following game is Texas A&M at home. They've got that is a 46% chance to win. 24-21 is the projected score there.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. I think South Carolina plays that game close this year, but I think we come up on the short end of it, but I think they play much better.
All right, Harry Leg's calling that one a loss. Mizzou is the next game. They give you a 62% chance of winning that game at home. They're saying 29-24.
Okay. Yeah, I think we win.
Yeah.
That's legit, I guess. Missouri's not going to be as bad as people think. So.
No. At Vanderbilt the following week, Jackpot may be in attendance for that game. He can probably get a ticket for $1.
Probably for $1.
To Vanderbilt. 64% chance of winning that game, and they've got South Carolina winning 27-21.
That's the same score as last year. What percent chance? A 67?
64.
That's never. That's dumb. It's more like 84. It's fucking Vanderbilt. Come on.
Fucking Vanderbilt. Fair enough. I think it should be higher than that. At Florida, they've got you a 39% chance to win that game, and they've got 28-24 as the final there.
So that's probably valid. I think South Carolina drops a close one there. I think that's one of the ones I think we shit the bed on.
So that's your shit the bed game is the Florida game. Okay. Well, the next game is the Tennessee game at home. They give you a 49% chance to win that game, and they've got Tennessee winning 28-27.
Wow. I'd flip-flop that. We win 28-27. South Carolina with a 51% chance to 51% chance to win it.
Okay.
I like it.
Then
Tennessee's not going to have as much to play for. I think they're going to get some sanctions this year. Hopefully, they get what they deserve for that fucking cheating they did.
They probably won't. I mean, they are a cheating, lousy ass program.
Dude, here's my thing. Here's the thing. Okay. So they said, okay, well, they cooperated with the investigation. What the fuck? You fired the fucking coach who cheated. You fired the coach who was responsible for level 1 NCAA violations that put money in McDonald's bags. Yes, you fired him and his staff. Great job. I mean, golf clap. I mean, when I was 16 and I snuck out in the middle of the night, stayed gone half the night, drank beer and smoked things. It doesn't matter. I mean, when I got caught, I fessed up to it. Yeah, I snuck out, drank beer, and smoked things. Still doesn't mean my ass beat,
Well, Tennessee fans, they don't want to hear that. All they want to hear is we did what we were supposed to do, and nothing should happen to us. Nothing should happen to us. And by the way, we're going to win 10 fucking games this year. I'm starting to believe they may be the dumbest fan base on the planet. I mean, I'm really, really starting to believe that.
We're going to win 11 million games this year.
We're going to win 10 games. And Hendon Hooker's this. Hendon Hooker is a system quarterback. I said that earlier. He was at Virginia Tech and got benched lost what 45-7 to fucking Duke. Okay, he is a system quarterback, and someone's going to figure out that system. By the way, Lane Kiffin did, and if you run Lane Kiffin's set out there, which is run the ball down their throat because they don't have any defensive linemen that are really and truly worth a shit that can stop the run. They've shown that last year. You run the ball against them, and let them run out there and run up and down the field. That's fine. Keep them in between the 20s, make them kick field goals, run the
Rob,
ball.
do you think Will Shipley could rush for 100 yards on Tennessee
in the first half?
Yeah, probably so.
Tennessee doesn't want any of that shit. They need to just stay up there in their Hunter orange
that
and
shit for that
penitentiary orange. Yeah. Shipley would run for 100 yards in the first half, wouldn't play the second half. At Clemson the following week, they give the Gamecocks a 35% chance of winning, and they think Clemson's going to win 27-21.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Jackpot's not going to pick against them there, and I'm not going to put him into a position where he has to. I don't think that. I think the game will be close in the third quarter, and Clemson will pull away. So
if South Carolina loses that game, it's not going to be a 27-21. It's going to be another. I mean, I don't think it's going to be another 30 to. But I think if we could pull an upset, that would be wonderful. But if we lose it, I don't think it's going to be that close.
Yeah, Jackpot is going to be like if it's like the 56-7 game from a couple of years ago.
Oh God,
it'll be the same thing Jackpot said before. I ate too much pizza, drank too much beer. I hate myself, and it was nothing Clemson did. Go fuck yourselves. I don't want to make a video. That's basically Jackpot's thing there. So
Wesley said y'all almost lost to ECU. Yeah.
By the way, the FPI came out for Tennessee. I talked about that.
Georgia State though. So.
Well, but the FPI came out and said that Tennessee only has a 37% chance to win at Pitt.
Wow.
So Tennessee fans don't want to hear that, but it's funny because they'll give you excuses too. Hendon Hooker didn't play the whole game, and Milton threw interceptions and blah 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 blah. Same bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what does Pitt have to offer? I mean, they lost that wide receiver, right? They
lost the wide receiver. They lost their quarterback. They picked up Kedon Slovis. They lost their offensive coordinator. So, I mean, and I didn't make that prediction. That's just what the ESPN's simulator did. So,
do you think Kobe Pace could run for 100 yards on Tennessee's defense?
Well, not in the first half. Not in the first half. He may need a little more time. He's one of those, but he's got to get lubed up. He's got to have like maybe 15 carries or more. So,
okay.
Yeah. Captain G with the super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Eric is right. Pitt doesn't have what they used to have. You're right about that. But Pitt is a very tough team. They're tough every single year. And to think that we're just Tennessee, we're just going to roll the ball out there, and they're going to think Peyton Manning rolled the ball out there. It's not going to be that simple for you. It's not. It's not. You're not that good yet. You don't have the talent that you had back in the 90s when you were worth a shit. Just remember that. Just penciling that in as a win just doesn't work.
Bradley Coon says Uncle Lou picked Clemson going 11-1 this year on his video today. I didn't know. I got over and walk out to that. It says he has them losing at Boston College.
That that wouldn't surprise me. Phil Dracovic, I think Zay Flowers. I mean, they've got some weapons up there at Boston College, but I don't know.
He did the Tennessee video yesterday. I normally watch all his videos, but I didn't watch that one. I fast forwarded through it because I didn't want to listen to him talk about them. He picked them to beat South Carolina, and I think that's horse shit. So I didn't listen to that part. But I watched the rest of the content. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna watch the Clemson video. I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch some of that later on this evening.
JL says Gamecocks will have 4 wins this season. Yeah, by the 1st of October. I mean,
That's a bold
what's your point?
jackpot. Jay says Tennessee gets trolled because fans throw snuck in liquor at the best coach they had in 20 years. Okay. Big Barney Ross says Boston College will go down like a 1 egg pudding. All right, we'll take your calls at 803-470-2905. If you are one of those Tennessee fans that you're thinking that they're going to win 10 games, we'd love to hear you, and we're not going to trash you. I mean, if you think you're going to win 10 games, tell us why you're going to win 10 games. But make sure that you come at us with something other than, well, Hendon Hooker is fucking great. You need something better than that. You need to tell us how the defense is going to be better. All right, because that's going to be the big hinge there.
Brandon says Lou has the Gamecocks going 6-6. Says we're a much better team than last year, but he says South Carolina may have the toughest schedule in the country. Right,
that's
brutal.
That's
brutal. Debatable. I can't just tell you that it's an SEC schedule, though. It's brutal.
Yeah.
The toughest schedule ever.
Really?
Tougher than shoe leather.
Get the fuck out of here, Jackpot.
Peg and Megan kind of bent me over a little bit when I, bitched about it. People saying that, so I'm going to make sure that
Hold on, sir. Respectfully, you can have any opinion that you want to have. Do not let Peg and Megan, who runs around in a Texas A&M bedazzled tube top, sway you one way or another. I agree with what you said. Stop bitching about the schedule and win some goddamn games. Fuck all this shit of, we play a tough schedule. Fuck your schedule. Same teams, line them up. Who gives a shit?
That's my thing. That's my thing. It's the same. It's basically the same fucking schedule every year. I mean, you just flip-flop the sites. You flip-flop a few. You flip-flop some dates and some non-con teams, but, I mean, it's basically the same damn thing. I mean, we don't play fucking Alabama 12 times a year, for God's sake.
That is a victim's mentality. That's just basically saying, we're never going to be good because we have to play this every year.
Excellent way to put it.
It's a victim's mentality. It's exactly what that is.
I mean, you can't run. I mean, you can't. To me, I've said this for years. You can't run around and chant SEC this, SEC that, blah blah blah, then turn around out of the other breath and bitch about the schedule and how tough it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the way that it is. It's stupid. We play a tough SEC. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's ridiculously sad. So South Carolina they have to get to the mentality of it doesn't matter who it is. It's like Eminem in 8 Mile. When they come into the bathroom, he's puked all over himself and all that shit. And they're like, all right, you got to battle this guy in the rap battle. He goes, it doesn't matter who it is. Line him the fuck up. It's the same thing every damn year. It's ridiculous. All right, we'll take calls.
Wesley over in the chat says USC Junior is equal to Vandy Light.
What the hell?
Who Velcros your shoes in the morning? I mean, we haven't lost to Vanderbilt since George W. Bush was in office.
All right, let's go to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hello, gentlemen. This is Henry Guy.
Hi, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, listen, I was considering, obviously being a Georgia fan, I was considering going to the South Carolina game this year. I know they have a lot of great traditions there. Do they still send that cage out to midfield and let that retarded cousin of Woody Woodpecker dance around and grab his beak?
What?
He basically wants to know if you let Sir Big Spur run all over the field like an idiot.
No, he pretty much stays to himself and acts like an idiot.
Woody Woodpecker's retarded cousin dance around and grab his beak.
He's not a cousin of the Woodpecker. They're not related at all.
That's funny.
Oh, they're not related.
They're not related at all. It is
There's no
one of the
relationship
ironic.
between Woody Woodpecker and that thing they sent out there. All right.
No, I don't think so. Woody Woodpecker actually does something that's fruitful. There is a chicken restaurant. There's actually 2 chicken restaurants within a stone's throw of Williams-Brice Stadium, which is absolutely funny. Anything else? All right. Well, thank you for calling the show, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your contribution. There's a Bojangles in both directions.
There's a Bojangles, and then there's another chicken place like right down the way from it. So you can literally throw a rock and hit the Bojangles like right next to the stadium. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's a Church's Fried Chicken.
No, I think it's Bernie's is what it's called. Bernie's Fried Chicken. It's like a local spot that it's kind of sad because it's in the middle of like they do really good chicken there, but you have to go to the ghetto to get it. So the only time that I would go is if I went down to a game. It's not like you're going to wake up one day and be like, I'm going to go to Bluff Road in the middle of the ghetto and get some Bernie's chicken. No,
well, you know what the good part is? On Saturdays down there in the ghetto, you can actually use your EBT card to buy hot food. And that's not allowed anywhere else in the state of South Carolina on any other day other than football Saturdays within a 1 mile radius of the ghetto around Willie B. So,
yeah, fair enough. All right, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you would like to join the show today. Harry Leg says Popeyes is better than Bojangles.
I ain't sure about all that.
So I went to Bojangles the other day for the kids, and it was like I think 4 chicken meals was like $50. I'm like, is the chicken gonna like service? That's what the hell is this? Some
Well,
expensive.
I ate from Bojangles the other night in Marion, South Carolina. Don't ever, if you're hungry and in a hurry, after you've just gotten off work, go to Bojangles in Marion, South Carolina, and take it back to your hotel room because they're slow.
Okay, very good on that. Bluegrass Sports Media says the NCAA should sanction Tennessee into food stamp NIL deals. Damn it. Biscuit says, man, we got cut off. I had more. Biscuit, I didn't know that was you, sir. I apologize. I don't know. It just went dead there. All right. 803-470-2905. If you'd like to get involved with the program today, as I guess the projections here have, hold on, make sure I got it looking right here. Let's see here. 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 1-3, 2-3, 2-4. I'm doing the math here. 2-5, 3-5, 4-5, 4-6. So they got South Carolina at 6-6 according to these projections. There you go.
I saw some people on Twitter. They were talking about Spencer Rattler. It was actually a Tater fan called him the albino something or other. Is that a racist term, or is that just describing his physical makeup?
Well, I think if you ever have to ask if something is racist, it's probably racist. That's just the way that I look at it.
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't really sure.
Ask,
because that's not something you get. It doesn't get thrown around a lot,
Hold on, let me ask the wife because she's beyond. She's got all these degrees hanging up here. Honey, is the term albino racist? No. Okay. She says it's not racist, but it's not proper.
Future Money Hack says I'm black. It's not. Okay.
Future Money Hacks. That's the. I'm black. It's not. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I didn't know because.
Big Bonnie Ross in the super chat. I didn't know chickens could fry rice. Bojangles. Thank you, sir. Wesley says, let's go through the USC junior schedule and you guys try to find 6 wins. Okay.
I can find 6 wins before the end of October. So We'll do it. I mean,
Pesky Poll.
I could find 12 wins. Don't know I'm going to get them.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the super chat. The Pesky Poll, who is upset right now.
Super chat. Sorry, I thought you were talking shit.
Yeah, no, we got to read the super chats, Jackpot. By the way, just for the folks that little programming note here, as we look at, I'm only going to do this just when the Pesky Poll makes a comment because he needs to be regulated. We are 98 games into the season, and the Boston Red Sox are in dead last in the AL East. They are behind the Baltimore Orioles. Go fuck yourself, Pesky Poll. That's what you should do. Anyway, he says the Gamecocks will start 6-0, which is good because his baseball team is the shits. Pesky Poll says Dennis Wilson is supposed to be calling in. Okay, good luck with that, Dennis.
Jet Met says, did Rob hang up on Billy this afternoon?
No, Billy didn't call here this afternoon. I didn't hang up on anybody. I don't hang up on anybody. I love it when people call up and I love it when Billy calls because he's so passionate.
Yeah. Captain G says intercourse those guys. Rattler was out playing golf at course, and he could not have been nicer to members and kids. Me as well. Changed my opinion on him. Pulling for him. There you go.
Well, I mean, he's kind of gotten to a point where he's got to have his shit together.
Captain, my God. Captain said it.
Anyway, yeah, Papa B said I got the call, but it was disconnected. And I don't hang up on people. I try not to hang up on people, but I did hang up on who was it? The Octavian the other night, a couple weeks ago, because he just kept saying the same thing over and over again.
Jet Met says I heard Derek Dooley is an avid watcher. Of course he is.
Of course he
is. He's not as dumb as you think.
I think Tennessee's still paying him, if I remember correctly.
Big Barney Ross says Cincinnati Reds threw a no-hitter at us. Oh, man.
No way. Tonight? I don't know about all that. All right. 803-470-2905.
Retarded Woody is going to trip Rattler and blow his knee out when he runs on the field. I hope he doesn't screech instead.
Damn. I don't wish injury on anybody. So let's make sure.
No, I don't either. But, you know, you're going to hit below the belt. I don't want anybody getting hurt. My God, I won't hit back.
I don't want anybody getting hurt. That's not true. But if you stub your toe, that's all right, right? I hope you stub your toe. That way it's just like, ow, you hurt your toe. I'm fine with that.
I hope you oversleep.
Yeah, I hope. I think life's too short to be that pissed off at people forever. Where it's like, I hope he, you know, falls down a cliff or some shit. I don't want to have that on anybody.
Speaking of shithead Georgia quarterbacks, I mean, do you think what kind of a career? What do you see transpiring for Gunnar Stockton in the old red and black? You think he's going to make an impact, or?
Well, I mean, injuries and everything could come about, and he might see the field. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a better way to. I think that in the transport portal era, you're going to have a lot of guys that are going to be like, you know what? They didn't go to college there to not fucking play. Okay. And the fact that Stetson Bennett could go out there and have another great season, but in theory, it could end up hurting Georgia on the back end because somebody may transfer out. So I don't know. We shall see. Maybe what JetMex says is correct. He'll transfer most likely. And then
Kirby Spicer says Gunner will start in a couple of years after Jackson Muschamp. If Georgia's starting on Jack Muschamp at quarterback, they've got some fucking problems.
Wesley says, Jackpot, get your bloomers out of your butt and stop hating on my Vols.
Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah,
I haven't worn bloomers
for me to read that, sir. I mean, you paid $5 for me to read that, so I'm not. We got to read it. That's the way that it is. Oh man. ATL DJ Baby Boy says we heard that last year. Look, even Kirby's visor here says Beck or Brock, one of those two will transfer. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that both of those highly touted guys are gonna say, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here and watch Screech play. I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do that.
I hope
And
not.
Kirby Smart's been put into a spot too where let's just say that it was even with one of those guys with Bennett. He's got to go with Bennett. He kind of has to now. All right, let's go out to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening. Hello.
I'd just like to say, all those Tennessee fans out there beating their chest, talking about this, talking about that. I ain't never seen a fan base so hyped up to finish second in a conference. All I got to say is the next time Tennessee is going to be relevant.
He hung up the phone. I didn't hang up the phone on him. Let's make sure that's out there. The next time the Tennessee will be relevant, what? Whatever, my friend. Call back if you need to. 803-470-2905.
The Biscuit's talking about he's wondering if retarded Woody's cause. He ever took a look at their mascot? I mean, something's fucking wrong with it.
Who are you talking about? Uga?
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's dogs and then there's that. I mean, it's just a fucking quivering pile. The thing is, that every one of them they have, it looks the same. So it's like they like actually fucking reproduce shit that looks like that. Sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. I love animals and everything, but damn.
So which would you rather have? Would you rather have Uga as a pet or Sir Big Spur?
Well, Sir Big Spur is a fighting machine, and that's not our mascot's name. His name is Cocky.
Well, no, the mascot that traipses around with his own box is fucking Sir Big Spur. And by the way, he is not.
No,
he is not
Cocky comes out of the cage with the.
Get the fuck out of here!
He's in the cage.
Hold on. What the fuck is that rooster that they run around with then? Who is that? What is his purpose then, sir?
I don't know. There's two of them. It's kind of like Auburn, right?
You know,
two fucking mascots. No,
okay, well, the mascot that's the live animal
is in the cage thing, and then it's like the magician show thing is like da-da, and then that drops like, oh my God, it's Cocky in the box. Who would have guessed it? You know, we've only done it for 100 weeks in a fucking row. But no, he's not talking about the live rooster.
Oh, well, I'm just saying the live rooster would be like dinner. That's pretty much what he would boil down to. I'd have to find a Tennessee fan to help me figure out how we can like wring its neck and cook it though. But yeah. Anyway, I think Uga's a fine animal. I leave Uga alone. There's nothing wrong with Uga.
Leonard Sarasota says biggest difference between Heupel and Beamer. One's a Heisman runner-up national championship winning quarterback, and the other's best attributes ran down Frank Beamer's leg. Oh, we know that none of Josh Heupel got wasted down the back of anybody's leg. That son of a bitch is as big as nuts right now.
Damn it. I tell you what, this channel is going to be on fire once football season gets here.
Somebody said something about Hype at SEC Media Day. Said Hype looks like he lost weight. I'm like, what kind of fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Put some damn glasses on. Oh yeah. Oh no, never mind. He's still a fat ass. Hi.
Jesus. Anyway, I got nothing for you on that, but I do think it's funny though. How crazy this channel is going to be, especially during football season. It's going to be silly.
Oh yeah, it's going to be lit, crazy. As the young folks say.
Yeah, look at Jackpot dropping the lit line. That's funny. Anyway, final call for calls before we get out of here. 803-470-2905. Make sure that you get whatever it is you want out. Don't just hang up the phone like the last caller.
Okay, now the biscuit will say something intelligent every now and again. We're not talking about the intelligence quotient levels of animals here. Question: Hooker had 31 touchdowns and 3 picks. What is he going to do to make them better? Repeat that. They were 7-6 with that. He makes a valid point.
It's a good point. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Good evening. This is Daniel, your number one Tennessee fan. Rob and Kale, fuck both of you for talking shit about my team. But
Brother,
I do love y'all. I do love y'all, but fuck
too much shit about your team. It's not like we said stuff like this.
He's some slapdick from East Aboga, community college.
It's not like we said this.
You fucking raccoon pelt-headed piece of shit.
It's not like we dropped.
Wait, I got to address this. Alan Smith says, wait, you guys are making fun of someone being fat. Yes, it's a fat son of a bitch.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, getting back to our caller here. What else do you have for the show, sir?
Yeah, sorry, Rob. I want to ask you a question. What else? Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think Tennessee's punishment should be?
I've already explained that, and I think it should be 2-year bowl ban and no campus visits for 2 seasons.
Why though?
3-year bowl ban.
There's not one coach there that was there then.
Yeah,
they even made the players. They even made the players that were paid transfer out. Why do you think Eric Gray and Wanye Morris went to Oklahoma? It's not because they wanted to; they had to.
Okay, but that doesn't matter. It's still the Tennessee program. They still wear the Tennessee logo when they go out there.
So kids that had nothing to do with it and coaches that had nothing to do with it should get punished for the previous staff's fuck ups. Really?
Yes, absolutely. You did it right.
That makes a whole lot of fucking sense.
That makes a ton of sense.
Just like the analogy I came up with earlier.
Hold on.
When you snuck out and went drinking when you were 16 years old, and you got caught by your parents just because you fessed up to it, does that mean you should not have gotten punished?
So when I was 16, and then I told them a year later when I was 17, they're going to punish me. Yeah. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Here's the thing that you're not buying, though, okay? The Tennessee program can still benefit monetarily from them winning games, etc. And the national spotlight that comes with it. They should be punished for what they did. And I think that two-year bowl ban, you should also vacate those wins. Those wins shouldn't count. And then no on-campus visits for 2 years. It won't be that bad because the NCAA is a pussy organization, but that's what it should be. If they were really trying to enforce it and trying to hammer Tennessee for what they did, that's what it should be. But you won't get away with it. They'll vacate the wins, but then the average Tennessee fan, well, we still played, we still beat your fucking ass. That's what it will be. But that's what it should be. It should be that, in my opinion.
Well, I totally disagree, but
Well, I figured you would.
If it were someone else, and by the way, your own president of your university came out and said, we were wrong. We did all of this. Okay?
You're right.
So if your president says that you fucked up.
Millions and millions and millions of dollars for this investigation. I mean, they've lost scholarships over this investigation. They've lost players. Like, what else do you want from them? The fucking, I don't understand what else you want.
I just told you, 2-year bowl ban, 2 years, no campus visits.
Chad R over the chat says, we live in this fat fuck's head rent-free. Go ball. Rent-free.
Yeah. When you say rent-free.
You're going to kick people off the channel for rent-free.
Yeah, I
just make fun of them.
I was hoping the admins would take care of that, but when you say something like rent-free, what that means is that you don't have the capability of having an intelligent conversation.
Rent-free.
You can't string together 8 words. You're dumber than a box of hammers.
Rent-free.
And Rob, another thing I was going to say to you, Will Shitley wouldn't do shit.
Here's the thing: we'll never know because Clemson isn't going to suck. Clemson is not going to suck so bad that they have to go to the fucking shit bowl to play Tennessee. So Tennessee's
they're going to play in their little
enough.
easy bitch ass conference where they beat fucking nobodies all year. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever it is you think about that, but see, the thing that you can't fathom is that how many years have you lost to Alabama? What is it, like 14? Isn't
It's
that
a
about
lot.
right? Okay, yeah. You've lost like 14 straight years to Alabama. All right. Clemson's got wins over Alabama in that amount of time, but I guess Alabama's not worth a fuck, right? Why don't you
They
take
are, but
that?
you also
No, sir. Let me finish, sir. When Tennessee plays Alabama, it's a guaranteed loss. Clemson's played them and they've beat them. How about that? I guess that's not playing anybody though, right? The last time Clemson played Alabama, they won by what, 28 points?
They beat their ass.
Had a heart attack at fucking halftime. Yeah, but Clemson's not shit though. You can't even.
You're not shit. Did you see that garbage ass offense y'all fielded last year? You want to talk about Tennessee's defense?
They won
Look at
10
that
games.
shit fucking offense
They
you put
won
on the
10
field.
fucking games. They won 10 games.
Against nobody.
Did you win 10 games?
Against
All
nobody.
right, they played Georgia, right? They played them a hell of a lot closer than you did, didn't they?
Lost.
You got mouth
Who
fucked
cares?
by
You
Georgia.
lost.
They shut the Gamecocks out too.
Yeah, they shut the Gamecocks out too. There's that.
Yeah, we
you
beat
guys
the
didn't
fuck
shut
out
out
of the Gamecocks. Okay.
Did the Gamecocks score? Did they score?
Was you up? What y'all beat
Answer
them?
the
30 to
question,
nothing?
sir. Did the Gamecocks score on Tennessee at home?
Yes, they did.
Okay, that's great. They didn't score a lick on Clemson at their own place with 80,000 drunk motherfuckers losing their mind. So, but continue. See, I don't have to really put Clemson up there because you're not even in the ilk of Clemson. You're just a baby step ahead of Vanderbilt. You're not a good program.
You're still
sir.
living 2 years ago. Rob, Clemson is not that team anymore.
11
They're not.
straight years of 10 wins or more, man.
They're
11
not
straight
that
years
team.
of 10 years or more. 10 wins or more.
Rob, answer me
Sure.
this. Answer me this and be truthful.
Hmm?
Out of however many FBS teams there are, what would you rank Clemson's offense this year coming into the season?
I haven't done enough research to give that to you, but I will before the season starts.
Okay. Well,
I can't just throw out a number until I actually do the research, man. But I think they're going to finish. They'll finish in the. It's hard for me to because I'm not really sure on the wide receiver portion yet, so I can't really give you an honest answer.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think Clemson's offense will be better than Tennessee's offense this year?
No.
Okay, well, at least you're honest. And I don't think Tennessee's defense will be as good as Clemson's. Not even close.
No.
Exactly.
All right. Anything else for the program, sir? What?
Oh, yeah. And, Kel, I think South Carolina will be 10 times better than they were last year. I still think you win 7 games. No offense. Your schedule is brutal, no matter what Rob wants to say. It's the brutal SEC schedule. Rob can get fucked.
Christ.
And go ball.
I mean, I'm the one that makes fun of that, though.
Suck my dick.
There's another simp there, Jackpot. Another simpleton. Y'all
he
play.
he said you can get fucked, and then he said somebody can suck his ding-a-ling.
Yeah, he told Bluegrass to suck his ding-a-ling. Holy shit. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Okay, so my phone died. I know I got all them Voltards on the edge of their seats. But no, I do not think beating Purdue in a shitty ass bowl or losing to Purdue in a shitty ass bowl, I don't think that consists of being relevant. Also, dumbass Tennessee fans saying like, oh well, you still think we should be punished for that. That's like saying, oh well, I raped a girl 20 years ago, but like, am I still gonna get in trouble for that?
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
You know what I'm saying? What's the logic of that?
Perfect example.
But
let me.
Also,
hold on a second. Caller, 1 second. I got to read Big Barney Ross's super chat before it disappears. We need a live. Is it a live rooster? Crash Davis. We need a live rooster to take the curse off of Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie or Jimmy for their wedding present. Thank you for the super chat, sir. All right, what else you got for the show, man?
That's pretty much it. I just think it's pretty funny, man. We're a month away from kickoff. And
yeah, I mean,
the topic of everybody right now is like based around the stupidity of Tennessee fans. But I really don't have much to say other
Wow.
than go Gamecocks and fuck Tennessee.
There you go. Fuck the
Go
Vols. Very
Cox.
good. By the way, Jackpot,
Yeah, I
how
wish-
pissed off do you think? Go ahead. What you got? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wish that they had a thing, like the mullet. I wish Tennessee's thing was like the mullets.
There's that too. No, Jackpot, how pissed off do you think Tennessee fans will be if they drop that game to Pitt like they're projected to?
They're going to lose it. Leonard Sarasota brings this up. He said this twice now, so let me read it this time. Could throw a super chat there, and he got read first time. But anyway, Leonard says, Clemson cheats as much as anyone. Dabo just hides it behind his holier-than-thou persona. Hugh Freeze 2.0, but at least you can coach offense.
Leonard needs to stop eating paint chips. I think he's one of those guys that like he gets the Frank's Red Hot sauce. He puts that on paint chips and then eats them. And then the rare paint chips, like from the 1940s that have the lead in them, he probably eats those too as like a rare treat. We get the ones with the lead in it today. So there's
Yeah,
that.
that was the one that led to a bunch of fucked up babies and shit because I painted the cribs with lead and I sit there and chewed on it.
Yeah. Maybe that's what's
I'm telling you, Eli Drinkowitz on that Jim Rome show. I mean, he sounded like, he could actually kind of pass for Dabo a little bit. I mean, the way, not with what he says, but how he sounds. I mean, I could almost hear him say, "Hey, he's slapped dick, or this guy's a stud." I mean, and like he's a quarterback over East Lap Dick, but I go to community college.
He's some slap dick from East Aboga,
Right.
community college.
Apparently we pissed off Vol Guy 78, and he says, "Ha ha ha! 2-season bowl van. People run their mouth like you two clowns, and don't even follow or keep up with us. Go Vols!"
Yeah,
Bless your
no,
hearts.
actually we do. And you cheated.
Biscuit with a super
And you
chat.
should get punished for it. I mean,
This is we keep this right here. I've got it right here on the bookcase of accountability. 18 infractions. In the past 11 years, they've been banned like 3 different times. They've had NCAA investigations over and over and over again. So with that, what that tells us is that yes, other people cheat, but Tennessee is so fucking stupid. They just keep getting caught over and over and over again. Biscuit says it's that time of year when Vols fans go into Neyland and hope they still fit. Thank you for the super chat, sir.
good Lord.
Funny. Brandon says Uncle Lou has Clemson's biggest weakness is the O-line. Do I agree or disagree? I think Clemson's biggest weakness is the quarterback position. Jordan McFadden's going to be the right tackle, and he's going to be fine going to the NFL. So I disagree with that.
Yeah, our offensive line had a lot of injuries last year, huh?
Yeah, well, they had moving a lot of guys around, and but unlike some people, I don't make excuses like, "Oh, Will Milton played." No, it's not like that. You go out and you roll out what you got, and what they rolled out was good enough to get them 10 wins, but not good enough to beat Pittsburgh, NC State, or who was the third loss, Georgia. So there's that. All right, 803-470-2905. As we roll along here, Jackpot, you got to go to bed, man, right?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, we can go another minute or two here. Biscuit says he loves college football being back. That's good. O-line is a weakness for South Carolina. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the O-line or if it's the O-line coach. The O-line coach, he's kind of a shithead, to be honest.
We got a comment on the last video I just uploaded from. I'm assuming this is a Hebrew friend, and he or she says, "Alles sehr schön, aberzus zoomen die Numen 10 und 1. Any warmth dort online Brunette und ini Andrew Blondin. Es wäre unfair, wenn ich vor wollen horde. Someone let me know if I mispronounced something, but
I was hoping you would translate that for us, but okay. Enough, I guess. I don't know.
those are like they're all over the videos anymore. Not just these. I mean, all of them. Big Barney Ross says Eli Drinkowitz is the new Dan Mullen. Eli is actually funny.
Yeah, he is pretty funny. So there's that. X Crisis says she said South Carolina sucks. Daniel says, why do South Carolina fans hate Tennessee so bad? Not even our rivals, honestly. Keep that same energy when we come to Williams-Brice and smack you for the 5th year in a row. Okay. Your thoughts on that, Jackpot?
What is it?
He said that he wants to know why South Carolina fans hate Tennessee so much. And I don't
because
think
South Carolina should have beat their fucking ass the past 3 years. South Carolina lost multiple games against them during the damn Steve Spurrier era, where he shut the fucking bed when Tennessee had terrible fucking teams. That's fucking why. I fucking like them.
Well, and here's the other thing too. Tennessee fans will talk about the last 3 games that they've won, but they lost the last 3 before that. So,
Alan Smith says, you are making fun of a team that beat your ass the last 3 years. How's recruiting going? Ha, ha, ha. It's going just fine. And guess what, motherfucker? We're going to keep all the goddamn players that we're recruiting. Half of yours are going to fucking transfer the fuck out because they want to play somewhere where they can compete for a fucking championship. Because guess what? A bowl ban means no damn New Year's 6 bowls if the Vols do well. Nothing. No New Year's Day bowls. Nothing. It means nothing. To most players, they want to compete for that shit. Most kids want to compete for that shit. They don't want to go somewhere to play for some fat little Debbie Warrior just so I can get developed on offense and be a system quarterback and go to the NFL. No, they want to do all those things plus win fucking games that matter.
We do have a comment from what some Tennessee players would say, or what a lot of players would say to Tennessee if they do get that bowl ban. Here it goes.
Can you say the same things to my face when I'm standing in front of you that you want to say to my answer machine? If not, then lose my number, motherfucker, because you're pissing me off.
Exactly. No one wants to sit there and play it. Fucking
Alan Smith says, ha, 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 ha. Butch Jones is 3-0 versus Spurrier. Yeah, that's fun. You know what nullifies that? The fact that he has a fucking losing record to Will Muschamp.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I was undefeated against Steve Spurrier. Yeah, but you got bitch slapped by Will. Never mind.
Daniel says, no, they won't. You're praying that happens, Jackpot. You can't stand that we're better than you. You're not a better program than South Carolina is right now. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. In the past 10 years, you're not. Big Barney Ross with a super chat says, Tennessee, you better call Sal. That's funny. Anyway, well, people say we talk about Tennessee a lot. It's not really about Tennessee much here on the program. We have other things that we talk about. Daniel says, oh, yes, we are. It's like, oh, yes, we are. It doesn't matter that we've been a shit show forever and we fucking didn't win a conference game 4 years ago.
Says, gotta love Coach Boom. You do. Gotta love Coach Boom. Some of it stepped on his dick every chance he got, but guess what? He owned Tennessee. Fucking owned them. Owned them.
Funny.
At Florida and at South Carolina. Owned them.
Anyway. We like to laugh at Tennessee. It's pretty much what it boils down to.
Sim Kenahur.
Exactly. All right. Anything else you want to go over tonight, Jackpot?
This is laughing at the fair. How about that though? You remember that when all those lunatics got mad a few years ago and they were forced to they I don't know, they threatened to burn down a Jack in the Box or something. If Greg Schiano was hired as the coach.
It was not jackpot. It was not a Jack in the Box. It was like a birdhouse on the side of the road. They don't have electricity there. What's wrong with you? God damn.
I don't know.
Their
They pitched
fans
a
forced
fit.
Druid hiring. That's funny. Anyway,
They pitched a fit to get that motherfucker.
the last time Clemson played Tennessee, they beat them senseless. Yes, they're 6-11. They don't play them every year. If we played them every year, it would be a fucking bye week. So there you go with that. Let's get with another great comment. Just when you think they can't fuck up anymore, they find a way. It's like, it's that's funny. That's perfect. Oh man. Vol Steak says
Alan,
Tennessee's gonna win 45-20. That's not happening.
Alan says 10-28. That's your record versus Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee used to be pretty good. Used to.
All
You guys
Tennessee
are
fans,
freaking pathetic. He's talking about he doesn't care. I mean, he doesn't have a dog in the hunt. He doesn't give a shit. He's not a Gamecock fan.
Jackpot, do you think that when if Tennessee loses to South Carolina this year, that when the Tennessee fans ghost like Casper, instead of it being a white ghost, do they actually dye those sheets orange? I wonder, because none of these motherfuckers are going to show up.
No, they're checkered, like overalls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I got it. Like how they used to have in the end zone. Got it. So there's that. Big Party Cross says Jack in the Box serves horse meat.
Hell, the one near my house last week, it was Monday. Last Monday, I worked from home, and I tried to go there and get some lunch about 2:00, and there was one car, and then I pulled up, and the guy said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, but we are closed due to staffing issues." Right in the middle of the day, just like that.
That's funny. Nick Marshall says Smokey has rabies. That's not nice. That's not nice. Anyway, Tennessee
Sarasota
fans
says
don't
a
care.
mediocre Tennessee can still put up effortless 45 points. And not really. South Carolina kind of stepped on their own ding-a-ling when we had a chance to make that a 7-point game and flip the field and decided, hey, let's let our defensive end throw a fucking touchdown pass, which didn't work. And
I don't know much, but South Carolina's not giving up 45 at home to Tennessee. Write that down. Take a picture. It's not happening.
Nope.
Not happening. All right, Jackpot. Great show, man. We'll see you guys later on.